Raider Baseball is on the air. From the Blue Raider Network, it's time for the pregame show. Today's broadcast is brought to you in part by State Farm Insurance and agents Andy Womack and Trevor Haggard, Ascension St. Thomas Rutherford Hospital, Brannis and Associates, Las Casas Pharmacy, and Middle Tennessee Electric. And now, let's go to the ballpark.
And good afternoon. Welcome into another broadcast of Middle Tennessee Blue Raider Baseball. Dick Palmer, John Callow with you on this Saturday afternoon as the Raiders and Sam Houston State will meet in just a few minutes for Game 2 of this three-game series in Conference USA. The Raiders came out victorious yesterday with a 4-1 win, a combination, John, which is hard to beat, and that is good pitching and good defense.
And timely hitting. And we got a full abundance of all three yesterday, which is something that we have had in short supply at times this year. But, you're building to the end. You want to finish strong, and that's how you start finishing strong, a game like we had yesterday.
So these two teams have been bottom feeders in Conference USA for most of the season, and they're now tied at 6-16. And of course, they both would love to get in the postseason tournament, but to do so, they've got to win a lot of their remaining games, and they've got to have some help from somebody else.
Well, it means that we're going to have to certainly take advantage of these two games against Sam Houston, and then next weekend we've got to go to Kennesaw and be better than we've been.
Well, there's no doubt about that. We are going to talk with the young man who wrote his name into the Blue Raider record book yesterday. Brett Von Dolen moved into a tie for 10th spot in the all-time single-season home run list for Middle Tennessee baseball. Hit number 17 of the year yesterday, and he still has a few games left to try and move up that list. I'm sure the most important thing to him now is to help his team win some ball games. So we'll take a 2-minute break and back with Brett Von Dolen right after this on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, this is Tim Page with Exit Realty Bob Lamb and Associates. Are you on the fence about selling your home? Feel overwhelmed at the thought of purchasing a new home? Well, it's time to get moving. For professional, personal real estate services, give me a call today and put me to work for you. 615-896-5656, or you can reach me at exitmurfreesboro.com. Let's go Blue, and I'll see you at the game.
Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call, and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
Today's game is brought to you in part by proud partners of Blue Raider Athletics, Brannis and Associates, certified public accountants. They provide a full range of tax preparation, accounting, and bookkeeping services for both business and individual needs. That's Brannis and Associates. Give them a call at 615-895-1040 or visit Brannis and Associates online at gcpas.com.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
Rutherford County's MTSU station, News Radio WGNS.
Well, Brett's time is quickly running out on this season. It's been a great season for you. I know you wish the ball club could have won a few more ball games, but you've put up some great numbers. Your name, the Von Dolan name, has been kind of synonymous with athletics in the north portion of our county for a long time, hasn't it?
Yes, sir. If you're in my family, it's almost guaranteed that you're going to be a boy and that you're going to play baseball. So we've all been through it, and I think there's about 5 of us that have played in Rutherford County. So
what have you been able to learn from all of that?
I mean, it's just good to see like my older cousins and my older brother play and watch like a higher level of baseball than I was at, to be able to learn stuff from them and how the game's moving faster and watching how to really play.
You've been in the DH role a lot lately. You've played first and third, but I know that's got to be a little different for you. How different is that?
It's just slightly different. Playing in the field, my body stays warm the whole time, so whenever I'm DHing, I just try to stay loose by stretching and running and going to hit in the cage and stuff like that. It's about the only difference for me.
How do you keep up with the game when you're not out there in the field?
Just watching every pitch, seeing how the game's developing.
Do you get a better idea of what the opposing pitcher is doing, sitting over here watching?
Yeah, sitting over here watching, I'm not always as tired as I am from playing defense, so I can watch instead of drinking water the whole time. But I think either way, I still get a good idea of what he's doing based off of our scouting reports. We always watch him before the game, so Coach Nichols always has us on the right track anyways.
I don't know if you know it or not, you moved into the top 10 single-season home runs for the Blue Raiders, which is a pretty good accomplishment. And I know records, will mean a lot more later on when you get older. But it's nice to be recognized and to be there.
Yeah, it feels good. I never thought I was going to have this many home runs or anything like that. But, yeah, it feels good. I mean, I'm just trying to do what's best for my team, and whatever happens, happens.
Coming out of Stewart's Creek, what were your options as far as continuing your baseball career?
Well, I always wanted to go to MTSU. They were my first option, and I stuck with them from day one because I've been coming to games since 2014 probably.
Do you have walk-up music?
Yeah, my walk-up song's One Last Breath by Creed. Brian Baranek hates it, but everybody else seems to like it, so.
So do you get to pick that out yourself, or do they pick it out for you upstairs?
Yeah, we definitely get to pick out our own. Everybody gets to put their own little taste in there.
Okay. Final 2 home games of the season. What does that mean for you?
I just want to cherish them. I mean, you never know when your last one's going to be, so cherish them when you got them.
All right. Well, we've enjoyed watching you play this year. I know you got a few more home runs in that bat of yours. How did you develop your hitting style, by the way? I meant to ask you that. You use the same style you used in high school, or did you change when you came over here as a freshman?
Everything changed a lot. I've always been strong and been able to hit the ball hard, but it was really learning how to hit. Coach Nichols changed my swing just a little bit, but it was more of learning the approaches and how to attack what certain pitch is coming and all that.
Okay, well, let's attack them today and let's get a win. What do you say?
Sounds good.
That's Brett Von Dolan, who hit number 17 yesterday, John. That was a no-doubter, too.
On top of the wall of champions out in left center field is the backing of, what is that? It's a concession stand, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, that ball yesterday was on top of the roof of the concession stand. So, yes, he hit that. Here's something, you're talking about that record. With his next one, all of those people with 17 get crossed out of the book.
Okay.
Because right now there are 3 folks, Chris Whitehead, Raleigh Bishop, Bryce Brent with 18, and they are 7, 8, and 9. The next one, there'll be 4 of them with 18. All those 17s get wiped out.
I'd say that's pretty good company.
I'd say that's great company.
Both of the head coaches are down there talking with the game officials, the umpires at home plate, going through the traditional exchange of lineups. Jay Sirianni is the head coach at Sam Houston in his 6th year, and, of course, Jerry Myers in his 3rd year, the head coach at Middle Tennessee. We will take a break, and when we come back, we'll have more on our pregame show. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
Hey Blue Raider fans, this is Brad Hopkins with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates. Winning in real estate is a lot like football. Good coaching and recruiting a great team are the keys. I put together a team of lenders, inspectors, and home professionals to help you succeed. Let me coach you through this process and make sure you come out a winner. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, I am here to help you win. Visit BradHopkinsHomes.com or call 615-556-9239 to find out more.
Las Casas Drugs is a proud sponsor of Blue Raider Athletics, located at 4702 Las Casas Pike, just minutes from Murfreesboro. Las Casas Drugs strives to provide all of your pharmaceutical needs in that hometown atmosphere you deserve. Family-owned and operated, Las Casas Drugs offers free delivery, immunizations, drive-through window, gift shop, merchandise, and medication management programs. Come by and see how we can make a difference. And go Blue Raiders.
At State Farm, when home and auto work as a team, you score and save money. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let's work together to win big by saving money on home and auto. With the service you get from State Farm, you might think our car insurance costs more. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let me show you with discounts up to 40%. You may find it even costs less.
The Blue Raiders play here. News Radio WGNS.
Middle Tennessee and Sam Houston State, second game of a three-game series. The teams in a dead tie with a 6-16 conference record here in Conference USA, and we'll have scores of other games later today in the conference. The Ascent Federal Credit Union is the exclusive credit union of Blue Raider Athletics. Show your MTSU pride with every purchase. Visit one of their 28 Middle Tennessee locations and ask for your MTSU debit card. You can learn more at ascend.org. And Ascend always presents our starting lineups. John?
Leading off today for the visiting Sam Houston Bearcats will be the right fielder Brady Christensen. Blake Brown, the second baseman, bats second. Hunter Autry, the first baseman, bats third. And in the cleanup spot, Jace Martinez. Jace Martinez of a major league style defensive play last night. Boy, that was as hard to forget.
No doubt about it.
Batting fifth will be the third baseman, Ryan Frandon. Sam Lee, the left fielder, bats sixth. Parker Blackman, the center fielder, bats seventh. DH Chris Benavidez bats eighth, and Easton Dean will be behind the plate today, batting ninth. On the mound will be a right-hander, Ryan Peterson. For the Blue Raiders, leading off center fielder Eston Snyder. Batting second, Brett Rogers, the right fielder. Tyler Minnick will be back behind the plate again. He bats third. Brett Von Dolen, your pregame guest, will be in the cleanup spot. He is the DH today. Batting fifth, third baseman Clay Badalak. Matt Wolf, the shortstop, bats sixth. Keaton Ray, the left fielder, bats seventh. Batting eighth, Hayden Miller, it'll be at first base. Cooper Clapp bats ninth. He will be at second base today. And on the mound, the left-hander Colin Kerrigan making his sixth start.
All right, you've got those results from yesterday.
Sure
Why don't
do.
you run those down and we'll...
Okay. Yesterday, finals, Jacksonville State, a winner over Louisiana Tech. That was 4-2. Of course, the Raiders afford to win one winner over Sam Houston. Dallas Baptist outlasted Kennesaw State 7-5. Western Kentucky at New Mexico State an 11-3 winner. And Liberty, the team we're chasing now, takes a win in Miami 4-2 last night.
So Dallas Baptist is 17-5, leading the league. Western Kentucky second, 15-7. Kennesaw third, 14-7. Jacksonville fourth, 12-10. They're the top four teams. Then you've got Louisiana Tech 11-10, New Mexico State 10-11, Florida International 9-12, Liberty 8-14, and the Blue Raiders and Sam Houston are 6-16. So if these two teams want to overtake somebody, John, it looks like it's going to have to be Liberty. Unfortunately, Liberty holds the tiebreaker over the Blue Raiders, and Sam Houston holds the tiebreaker over Liberty. So it's all going to come out after next weekend, but it still remains to be seen what are going to be the eight teams going to the tournament.
And, of course, stranger things have happened. If we win out, we've got a pretty good shot of putting some heat on some folks.
Raiders have taken the field, and we will be ready for first pitch shortly. We're going to take a 2-minute break now. 2 minutes on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
At Middle Tennessee Electric, we see the lines that link us all, illuminating our neighborhoods, empowering our businesses, and helping us to recharge. Because we believe in the power of good energy. Whether it comes from our grids, the sun, or a kind heart. And as your family and our region continue to grow, you can trust that we'll always be there for you. Middle Tennessee Electric, bringing good energy.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life. Maybe you're just graduating high school, or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU, the University of Opportunities.
This is Chip Walters, and I'm honored to be your 2024 MTAR Realtor of the Year. I'm with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates, and like many of you, I've seen the real estate market shift and change. People often ask, Chip, what's really going on? Well, that's a great question, and I believe in answering with solid, factual data. So let's cut through some of the noise. I invite you to reach out. Let's have a conversation about your real estate goals and the current market trends in your neighborhood. You can find all my contact information at choosechip.net. Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call, and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
Today's game is brought to you in part by proud partners of Blue Raider Athletics, Grannis & Associates, certified public accountants. They provide a full range of tax preparation, accounting, and bookkeeping services for both business and individual needs. That's Grannis & Associates. Give them a call at 615-895-1040 or visit Grannis & Associates online at gcpas.com.
From the Blue Raider Network in Van Wagner College, it's time for Middle Tennessee State University baseball. Today's game is brought to you in part by Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates and agents Brad Hopkins, Richard Lewis, Tim Page, and Chip Walters. State Farm Insurance and agent Deb Insel. Pepsi and your local Pepsi bottler. The Tennessee Highway Safety Office. And by Middle Tennessee State University. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Blue Raider baseball.
And it is that. We're going to take 10 seconds for station identification, and we'll be back with first pitch on the Blue Raider Network.
The flagship station for Middle Tennessee sports, WGNS, Murfreesboro, Smyrna. The Blue Raiders play here.
Raiders have taken the field, and the same lineup as yesterday. And why change? Raiders were a winner yesterday, 4-1. Tyler Middick behind the plate. Badalak at third. At Wolf at short, Cooper Clapp at second, Hayden Miller at first, Keaton Ray in left, Eston Snyder in center, Brett Rogers in right, and on the mound is the left-hander Colin Kerrigan.
Colin Kerrigan making his 6th start, 12th appearance. He's thrown 30 in a third innings, given up 29 runs, 22 of them earned on 40 hits, 19 walks, 23 strikeouts, a 6.53 ERA and 0-3 record.
Well, if we can get him through 5, John, he'll be fine. He's struggled. He's had 4 good innings and then struggled in the 5th in his last 3 starts. So we can just get him through that 5th inning. He might settle down.
That's right. And his problem is similar to what we talked about yesterday with Chandler Alderman. He tends to get into deep counts, which elevates his pitch count. It can get into some low counts, get in that 5th inning, it'll seem like the 3rd, right?
Brady Christensen leads it off for Sam Houston. And the first pitch of the game drilled to right field. It's going to be played on the hop by Rogers out there, and he gets it back in. 1 pitch, and they've got a runner at first with nobody out.
Start time 3:06. And I got a message here from Tony Kessinger who says he is on time. Go Blue.
So Christensen on first. Blake Brown, the second baseman, will stand in for the Bearcats. They're in all gray, red numerals. And Kerrigan set to work. Pitch to the plate is a strike called. Behind the plate, calling the balls and strikes, Travis Godek. Reed Basher is at first. Thomas Newsom, who had the plate yesterday, is the third base umpire. 1 strike to count to Brown. Kerrigan delivers and a swing and a foul. Back to the screen, 0-2. Brown hitting .243, and this guy's a free swinger up there. He likes to put that bat in motion. Left-hander Colin Kerrigan, sophomore out of Nashville, making his 6th start of the season. Pitch is lined foul. That hit the roof of the Blue Raider clubhouse down the right field side.
Weather at game time, Dick, 71 degrees, mostly cloudy, wind out of the northeast at 8 miles an hour.
Blowing in a little bit. You can tell the flag in center field. 2 strikes the count to Brown. Christensen, the runner at first, pitches high for ball 1. 1-2 to the Bearcats' second baseman.
Kind of a sparse crowd here at game time today.
It really is. Might be a little wet stuff coming later this afternoon. We'll have to keep an eye on that.
And I'd say a lot of it has to do, look at that parking lot on Greenland Drive.
Pitches inside. Graduation exercises underway over at the Murphy Center across campus. They had 1 graduation exercise yesterday, 1 this morning at 9 o'clock, and the other one started about 10 minutes ago. Here's the pitch. And it is a strike called, and that's the 3rd one. And Brown walks dejectedly back to the dugout. I believe he thought that pitch was high. That's out number 1 in the first inning. Runner at first, 1 out. The batter is Hunter Autry, the first baseman. He's a left-handed hitter, batting .308.
Is that a red that they're using, or is that a kind of a dark shade of orange?
I don't know, John. You can see colors better than I can. There's a strike call to Autry.
I think that's orange. You know,
not one of my favorite colors. Pitch outside, 1-1.
Well, it's more like a burnt orange. And you know what, their uniforms, I thought this all last night and didn't really check. They look like those black jerseys that the San Francisco Giants use sometimes.
1 ball, 1 strike. Christensen, the runner at first, swing and a miss, strike 2. 1-2 the count. Autry was 0 for 4 in yesterday's ball game against the left-hander Alderman. and the relief pitcher, Landon Birch.
With 2 strikes, the Raiders just went into a shift.
Throw to first, runner back. So third baseman Badalak is playing shortstop, basically, and the shortstop, Wolf, is to the first base side of second, and Clapp is playing a rather deep second base. Not quite on the outfield grass. 1-2 the count, swinging a ball hit down the left side, and that's going to be foul and out of play. This count holds at 1-2 to Autry.
And that stayed in the fenced-in area, and a young person has a baseball. He is happy.
Autry is a senior. Kerrigan checks the runner at first, and the pitch. Ground ball.
Whoa.
Foul. That's a good thing. Third base coach said it went right over the bag. And the ump said, no, that was foul.
He was trying to sell hard, wasn't he?
Well, that's what you leave yourself open for, John, if you play that
That's
third
exactly
base
right.
at shortstop.
And this time they're going to take that shift off.
So it's still 1-2 on Autry.
Autry's shown that he knows how to at least try to beat the shift.
Kerrigan comes set. And the pitch is a check swing down low into the turf around home plate. 2-2. I know some of you get tired of hearing this, but some of you, I know we have first-time listeners all the time. Home plate area is all turf, and also about 80 feet down each foul line, all turf before it goes back to real dirt. Pretty good-looking pitch, but a bit low, ball 3.
I was ready to ring him up.
3-2 the count.
I think the crowd was ready to ring him up.
Autry in his 4th year with the Bearcat program, a senior. And Kerrigan with the 3-2 pitch coming. And it swung on, and this time drilled foul outside the bag at first. So he's hit one close to first. He's hit one close to third. And now what do you do? I guess you play him straight up.
I think that's what you do. And
Raiders have shifted back.
I hope that he'll hit a ground ball to one of those 2 middle infielders.
Yeah, they're back in their normal positions now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Kerrigan with the 3-2 pitch, swung on, miss. The runner goes. He's going to be out. He is OUT at second. That is a strike him out, throw him out double play, and the Raiders come off, no runs, 1 hit, and nobody left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the 1st inning. Sam Houston, nothing. Middle Tennessee coming to bat. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Ben Wagner.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, have you heard about the MTSU branded debit card from Ascend Federal Credit Union? Use your Ascend MTSU debit card in stores and online, or add it to your mobile wallet for the ultimate convenience. Need some cash? Use this card fee-free at thousands of ATMs worldwide. Stop by one of Ascend's 5 Murfreesboro branches or visit ascend.org to learn more. Bank where Blue Raiders belong. Ascend Federal Credit Union, the exclusive credit union of Blue Raider Athletics.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
Well, the Raiders with a strike 'em out, throw 'em out double play in the top of the 1st inning will send Eston Snyder, Brett Rogers, and Tyler Minnick to the plate here against the defense that is the same from yesterday except for one position. That's the catching position, as Easton Dean is now the catcher. Around the infield, Frandon at third, Martinez at short, Brown at second, Autry at first, Lee, Blackman, Christensen left to right in the outfield. And on the mound is the current Conference USA Pitcher of the Week, right-hander Ryan Peterson.
When we talk about his numbers, we have to talk about two different sets of numbers. His season numbers are not that great. He's making his 13th start. He's thrown 64 in the third innings, given up 51 runs, 43 of them earned on 75 hits, 27 walks, 66 strikeouts, a 6.02 ERA, 2-0 record. But last week against Liberty, he went, I wrote this down. He went 7 innings, gave up no runs on 3 hits, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. And that'll get you a Conference USA Pitcher of the Week, apparently.
Well, Peterson was a good pitcher as a freshman last year on this team, which had a winning record. He was first team All-Conference USA as a pitcher and went 7 or more innings 3 different times last year. So he is capable of pitching you a complete ball game, or if not, going at least 7 innings. We'll see what the Raiders can do with him.
This is one of those cases where you don't want to get too overjoyed about those numbers.
Eston Snyder leads it off, takes the first pitch high. That kicked off the catcher's mitt, went back to the backstop, ball 1. Eston hitting .344, has 15 doubles on the year, and along with a triple and 5 home runs. Strike call, 1-1.
Thrown a couple of fastballs so far, right at 90. One at 91, one at 89.
Snyder 1 for 3 yesterday. Hits one to the left side. It's going to be a tough play for the shortstop, and he's just got to put that ball in his pocket.
Yeah, that was wise.
That's an infield hit for Eston Snyder. Martinez charged, and as good a shortstop as he is, there was no way he was going to get Snyder.
No, and he was smart enough to realize that in that case, like you say, you put it in your pocket and don't risk the throwing error.
So a runner at first. Snyder is second in the league in stolen bases with his total of 22. And he got one yesterday. Here's Brett Rogers. Hits the ball in the air into shallow left center. Center fielder is calling for it. Blackman, he'll make the catch, and that's out number 1. So Rogers, after the first pitch, flies out to short center field. He was out of there before I had a chance to tell you he hit his 3rd home run of the season yesterday.
He did that.
Here's Tyler Minnick.
That was
catch. He had 3 hits in the game yesterday. Peterson with a pitch outside. I think they pitched out on that, John.
You know what? They not only pitched out, but the catcher came up ready to throw to first, throw behind the runner.
So ball 1 to Minnick. They thought Snyder was going to be running. Pitch is swung on. Hit
stay
the left
fair,
field.
stay
That
fair.
is deep down the line. That is a home run for Tyler Minnick. A 2-run shot right down the line.
Dick, that's the kind of ball you can sit in there and say, stay fair, stay fair, stay fair, because if he had to hit it another 5 feet, it would probably have gone foul.
Tyler Minnick says it's time to go home. Old South Properties, Tennessee's favorite home builder and official home builder of MTSU, is our home run sponsor, and Minnick has number 9, a 2-run shot. Raiders up 2-0. Here's Brett Von Dolan, and takes a strike over the outside corner. 0-1.
For Peterson, that he actually has been given up some long balls. That's the 11th on the season.
And there's ball 1 to Von Dolan, 1-1. So the Raiders on an infield hit and a 2-run homer out in front here in the first inning. Swing and a miss, keeping the ball away from Von Dolan, 1-2.
We've seen that week after week after week. And they also tend to, now that was a fastball, but the book seems to be throwing off-speed stuff away.
Pitch outside, ball 2, 2-2.
As we know, you throw him a fastball middle in, and he is going to put it on top of the wall of champions.
Here's the 2-2 pitch from Peterson. Fouled off to the right side. And again, they go away, and Von Dolan just hit it the way it came in.
Yeah, he was just trying to spoil that pitch. Let's see another pitch, see if they make a mistake to me.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Von Dolan, the DH, and the pitch. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Changed up on him.
That is out number 2.
It wasn't a real change-up, just took a little bit off the fastball, just enough to have him out in front.
Batter is Clay Badalak, Blue Raider third baseman. Had a single in 4 trips yesterday. Stands in at 286. And Peterson's pitch to him is outside for ball 1. Peterson is sophomore. 6'3", 200 pounds. He's out of Shiner, Texas. And as we mentioned, he was first team all-conference as a freshman last year. Swinging a foul out of play. 1-1.
What was that guy's name? Sounds had years and years and years ago had a pitcher from Shiner, Texas.
Here's the 1-1. Laid it right in there, off-speed pitch, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Badalak.
If that had come up last week, could have gone down there and asked Steve Beeser because he was on that same team.
Matt Wolf waiting to hit next. Should Badalak reach? And he does reach. Shot into left center. Center fielder Blackman cuts it off. There's Badalak going for 2.
Well, he saw there was nobody covering the bag, and that is just heads up base running. That's a hustle double.
He makes a double out of a single. So Badalak is at second with 2 outs. Third hit in the inning, and Matt Wolf will hit. 308 batting average for the Blue Raider shortstop. Wolf had a single in 3 trips and a walk yesterday. Peterson checks the runner at second, delivers a strike at the letters. 0-1 to the Blue Raider shortstop. Matt Wolf out of Westerville, Ohio. Sophomore. Transferred from Vanderbilt after last season. Pitches outside. 1-1 to Wolf. He's only missed 1 start this year. And was taken out of the game early against Lipscomb Tuesday after being hit in the head with a pitched ball. Edmund gets away from the catcher, and that's going to send Badalak over to third.
That's got to be a pass ball.
That's 2 that have sailed over Dean's head here in the first inning. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Keaton Ray on deck, but the Raiders have a chance to get another run in now with 2 outs. 2-1 to Wolf. Checked his swing, and it's outside, ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. Raiders leading 2-0. We're in the first. Peterson's pitch fouled out of play, and the count will go full 3-2. So, yeah, the parking lot over at Greenland Drive is full to bursting.
Parking lot here at Reese Smith Field the same, and I guarantee you that it's not folks here at this ball game.
Full count 3-2. Wolf takes it, ball 4. High and outside. So the inning will continue. Runners on first and third with 2 outs, and the batter is Keaton Ray. Blue Raider left fielder. Keaton had a double in 4 trips yesterday. He banged one off the wall right out by the scoreboard, didn't he? Yesterday.
I think that is right.
First and third, 2 outs. The pitch. High for ball 1.
That was a pass ball, by the way. I got the stat cast up, and I called that one right. You know, when I say it's a pass ball, it's a very rare occurrence.
I understand that. There's a strike. 1-1.
Got that inside corner.
Keaton Ray.
Catchers don't make many mistakes, Dick. You know that.
Oh, is that right? 1 ball, 1 strike. Wolf leading from first. The pitch is swung on, hit to the right side. Might be a tough ball. A nice play by the second baseman, Brown, tossed over to Martinez, and they just got him as Wolf was bearing down. But that's going to be all in the first inning for the Raiders. Wolf retired on a force play at second. So in the inning, the Raiders pick up 2 runs and 3 hits in the inning. 2 men left on base. We have completed 1 full inning here at Reese Smith Field. Middle Tennessee 2, Sam Houston nothing. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Ben Wagner.
The Blue Raiders are winners in the classroom, on the field, and the courts. Richard Lewis here. I want you to win in real estate also. Buying, selling, auction here in Tennessee, or along the Gulf Coast, a second home, or investing. Give me a call to help start that winning process. 615-319-9981. Oh, I'm never too busy for your referrals. Richard Lewis, Exit Realty, Bob Lamb & Associates.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
You're listening to MTSU Sports on WGNS.
Raiders leading 2-0. We'll go to the second inning. Jace Martinez, the shortstop, will lead it off. He is in the number 4 spot in the batting order today, hitting .261. Colin Kerrigan with the pitch, and it is over but low, bounced away from Minnick. Ball 1. So Martinez yesterday had a single and a double and a walk. So he had a perfect day at the plate, and they moved him into the cleanup spot. Why not? Pitch is outside, ball 2.
Well, there's only one Bearcat hitting above 300.
That's Mr. Autry, as Smiley Burnett would say.
Yeah. Ryan Frandon, the third baseman, is second at 273.
Pitch is high, ball 3, so it's 3-0 now to Martinez.
This is not the way you want to start an inning.
There is a strike at the letters. You remember Smiley Burnett, don't you,
Sure
John?
do. Mr. Autry.
3 balls and a strike. Colin Kerrigan with a pitch, ground ball left side. Wolf backhands, throws to first. Not in time. That was a tough play, and Wolf made it. But Martinez just had a little bit too much speed. And he will beat it out for an infield hit. Get that ball into the hole. Wolf had to backhand it and throw all in the same motion. So that is the second hit for the Bearcats. Martinez at first. The batter is Frandon, the third baseman. Takes the pitch outside for ball one. A left-handed batter out of Katy, Texas. He is a sophomore. Actually, it took a red shirt year last year, came in as a freshman in 23. Throw over to first. The runner was standing on the base. 1 ball, no strikes. Raider infield, double play depth. Kerrigan with the pitch, swinging a foul over by the Bearcats on deck circle. 1 ball, 1 strike. 330 feet down each line here at Reese Smith Field. 395 to straightaway center, 365 to left and right center. Big scoreboard in right center, just over the 365 mark. It is outside the ballpark. Another throw over to first. 1-1 the count. Tyler Minnick's 9th home run of the season has given the Raiders a 2-0 lead. The pitch to the plate, off-speed pitch right in there and had him off stride.
Dick, you threw me for a loop with that Mr. Ottery business. That was not Smiley Burnett. That was Pat Buttram that called him Mr. Ottery.
I think Smiley did too.
Well, Smiley was, Smiley was his sidekick all those years at Republic, and then after the war, Gene came back and made movies for Columbia, and Smiley was tied up elsewhere. So Pat Buttram worked with him, and then later on, Smiley came back.
2-2 the count. And the pitch to the plate ground, double play ball, clap to second, out there, over to first. Nice pick by Miller. That's a double play. And there are 2 down here in the inning.
Now that's the way to take care of that leadoff single.
4-6-3. Second double play in 2 innings. That's a pretty good clip.
Well, you hate you get yourself in a position that you need them, but when you get them, you're awfully glad you do.
Base is empty, 2 outs. Here's Sam Lee, and he hits a shot to center field for a base hit. Swinging at that first pitch. The freshman outfielder. Lee is at first. That's hit number 3 for the Bearcats. And with 2 outs, the batter is Parker Blackman. Blackman, another freshman starter. They're starting 3 freshmen today, John. 4 sophomores, so this is a young team.
Well, they're like us. They had a big turnover, a big influx of new players. And we had, 23 when we started this season? They started with 25 new players.
1 ball, no strikes to Blackman. Pitch to the plate is high, ball 2. 2-0. So along with those 3 freshmen and 4 sophomores, they have a couple of seniors in there for seasoning, I guess.
Yeah.
Steadying purposes. There's ball 3, 3-0.
That's not good. This is a left-hander. You need to be getting this guy.
3 balls, no strikes to Blackman. Runner goes, and the ball pops away from Minnick, but it doesn't matter. That was ball 4 anyway. So a 2-out walk. We'll have runners at first and second. It's first walk given up by Kerrigan. Benavidez, the designated hitter, he was batting cleanup yesterday. He is down to number 8 in the order, a right-handed hitter. First and second with 2 outs. Pitch is a strike on the inside corner, 0-1. Benavidez in limited playing time, hitting .205. He is the DH today. Trying to get it over the same spot and just missed. 1-1.
Kerrigan is kind of rare for a left-hander. He handles right-handed hitters better than he does left-handed hitters.
Ready for the 1-1 pitch. Runners lead at first and second. And it swung on and missed. Had him fooled on that one. That was not a good swing.
Kind of tried to check his swing, went way. They didn't have to ask for an opinion on that one. The home plate umpire called that swing.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count to Benavidez. Ground ball to first. Hayden Miller has it. He'll touch first base, and that's going to retire the side in the second inning. So the Bearcats pick up 2 hits in the inning, but the Raiders with a double play will get out of there with no runs. No runs, 2 hits, and 2 men left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the second inning. Middle Tennessee 2, Sam Houston nothing. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
When the arena lights dim for a concert, or when the crowd becomes one at a big game, you can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person that will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's the person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to get you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, we know life comes at you fast, but with the right insurance, you'll always be covered. Whether it's home, auto, or life insurance, your local State Farm agent, Trevor Haggard, former MTSU baseball player, is here to help you protect what matters most. Give him a call at 615-203-5522 and find the right plan for you. Like a good neighbor, State Farm and Trevor Haggard are here to help. 615-203-5522.
The Blue Raiders are on News Radio WGNS.
The Raiders and the Bearcats will close out the 3-game series tomorrow at 1 o'clock. We'll be on the air with our broadcast at 12:45. Glad to have all you folks listening. Hope we have some listeners down in the heart of Texas.
That'd be great.
Ryan Peterson ready to start his second inning. He'll face Hayden Miller, Cooper Clapp, and then back to the top of the order for Eston Snyder.
And if you're listening down in Texas and we're missing some of these names, all we can do is apologize.
Miller swings and hits it foul. Karams back onto the playing field, kissed off the fence in front of the Sam Houston dugout down the third base side.
Handled not cleanly by the third base umpire, Thomas Newsom.
1 strike the count. And there's ball 1 to Miller. He's hitting .243 with 10 home runs. Pitch to the plate. That one hit him. Caught him right in the midsection. He turned a little bit, so I expect it was not square in the tummy, but that one had to sting a little.
Well, a fastball at 90. I suspect so. He might have a little bruise from that.
So Miller at first, no outs. The batter is Cooper Clapp. He's around the bunt, lays it down, but it's foul. 1 strike. Cooper yesterday had a single in 3 trips.
Trying to lay that ball down, he pushed the bat at the ball instead of giving with the pitch. That probably made the difference. See if he's still got the bunt on. He does.
And the catcher's going to take it and throw to second and throws it away. That's a good save by Martinez.
That
but still, it was a high throw to second and almost went into center field. The shortstop saved him an error there. So that should be a sacrifice and a what?
Well,
they wouldn't give him a hit on that, would they?
No. But they might call it a fielder's choice. But it looked like a sacrifice to me. Let's see how they're gonna score that.
So we've got Clapp at first, Miller at second, Eston Snyder the batter.
That's the important thing. Is
he shows bunt, takes the pitch outside, ball one. I like this, John, because first and second and no outs, I'm going to bunt every time, unless it's Judge or Otani coming to the plate.
Yeah, they did call that a fielder's choice, not a sacrifice.
1 ball, no strikes. Snyder looks at a strike, 1-1, and he again was shortened up, getting ready to lay one down.
First baseman in on the grass. Middle infielders double play depth. Third baseman even with the bag. See if he's charging.
Peterson out of the stretch, and he's swinging away. Hits it to straight center. It's going to be caught out there by Blackman. Miller tags at second, and he will come to third. So that is a productive out. It advances a runner. Snyder flies to center for out number one. Miller over to third after the catch. First and third, one out. And the batter will be Brett Rogers. Went after the first pitch in the first inning, fly to center field. If he does it again, that would bring in a run. Peterson with the pitch. Missed inside, ball one. Rogers bats from the left side. He is a redshirt freshman.
He also bats .400 with runners in scoring position.
And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Went after a bad pitch outside.
Trying to hold up. Didn't.
1 ball, 1 strike. Rogers got his third home run yesterday, hit it over the left center field wall. Peterson's pitch laid that one right in there, and Rogers took it for strike two, 1-2.
Peterson mostly throwing fastballs. One and two situation here. I might be inclined to throw him something off speed and out of the zone.
Inside. That was not off speed. It was out of the zone.
It was, and that was a 92-mile-an-hour fastball.
Count goes to 2-2. Miller at third, Clapp at first, one out. And that one gets away from the catcher. The runner's going to score. They send Miller. They send Miller back to third.
Are they calling that a balk?
I think. I'm thinking they say it hit the batter because Rogers is at first.
Okay, which would be a dead ball.
That's a hit by pitch.
Okay.
So that will load the bases with one out.
That's the second hit batter of the inning then.
Yes, it is. Miller started off by being hit by a pitch. So here's Minnick with the bases loaded.
Yeah, that's what it is. Hit by pitch.
Peterson out of the stretch. And pop foul. That is back out of play.
Back on the roof up above us.
Kept waiting to hear it clunk down, but didn't hear anything.
It was up above us.
1 strike to Tyler Minnick. Outside for a ball, 1-1. Tyler, a 2-run homer in the first inning, and that was number 9 on the year for him. One ball, 1 strike. Fly ball, foul out of play to the right. 1-2.
So power against power here. Fastball.
Been throwing a lot of those.
Mm-hmm. Setting up, down, and away.
They checked his swing. They appeal. First base umpire said he did not swing.
That was the slider, down and away.
2-2. Bases loaded. One out. Raiders trying to add to a 2-0 lead here in the second inning. Inside, ball 3. Changed location on him and missed the inside corner. 3-2. And Peterson with the pitch. Ground ball, left side. Martinez goes to second. He is out there, safe at first, and a run comes in to score. So Miller will score on the fielder's choice. And for Minnick, that's his third RBI of the game. Cooper Clapp moves over to third. Rogers was the out at second on the force play, and Minnick is now at first on the fielder's choice. The batter is Von Dolan. First and third, 2 outs, 3-0 Raiders. Pitch to Vondo is outside, ball 1. Peterson comes set.
Outfielder's playing him straight up and deep.
Swing and a miss. 1-1.
Came and threw him a changeup.
1 ball, 1 strike to Brett Von Dolan. Swing and a miss. Came after him with a high fastball.
Out and away.
1-2. Runners lead at first and third. The runner on first goes and struck him out. That's going to retire the side.
Which is a good thing for them because the catcher just threw the ball into center field.
So that is all in the second. Raiders pick up a run on no hits.
That's correct.
And 2 men left. We have played 2 innings. It's Middle Tennessee 3, Sam Houston nothing. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, this is Tim Page with Exit Realty Bob Lamb and Associates. Are you on the fence about selling your home? Feel overwhelmed at the thought of purchasing a new home? Well, it's time to get moving. For professional, personal real estate services, give me a call today and put me to work for you. 615-896-5656, or you can reach me at exitmurfreesboro.com. Let's go Blue, and I'll see you at the game.
Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
Rutherford County's MTSU station, News Radio WGNS.
We go to the third inning. Raiders leading 3-0. We had another honorary first pitch today by Dr. Michael Starbuddy. Dr. Michael and his wife, Dr. Caitlin, live and work in Murfreesboro. They opened their practice, Starbuddy Dental, in 2023. Made it their mission to deliver life-changing smiles while building meaningful relationships with their patients and the community. So we thank them for their support and welcome them to Reese Smith Field. Pitch is a strike called. First offering to Easton Dean. He is the catcher, a freshman. Dean is out of Cold Spring, Texas. There's a pitch just high for ball one.
Now they've got a sign. I'd never noticed that sign out there on the right field wall. The Starbody dental sign.
There's a swing and a miss. Strike two, 1-2. So is that the one next to the Daily News Journal?
It is, in between the Daily News Journal and City Auto.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Kerrigan's pitch misses low for ball 2. 2-2. Dean is in his first year of the program as a freshman. Fouls this one off. Count holds at 2-2. This is his 18th start. He is a left-handed batter. Does have 1 home run this season in limited playing time. The pitch, high, ball 3. So he's hitting 9th, John. He's batting 156. You don't want to put him on base.
No. No free 90 for this guy.
Swinging a foul over by the Bearcats dugout. Count holding at 3-2.
Make him swing the bat. Let the defense do its job.
And he walked him.
That's frustrating.
Second walk given up by Kerrigan. And now you go to the top of the batting order. This is Christensen, who singled in the first inning on the first pitch of the game at 3:06. Pitch is outside, ball 1 to Christensen.
Which was the start time, not his batting average, right?
Correct. His batting average not quite that high. There's a 271 coming into today. Ball 2 is outside, 2-0. Kerrigan having a little difficulty finding home plate. Pitch is a strike. That one caught the outside corner, 2-1. So Christensen is a senior, 6'4", out of Elkhorn, Nebraska. Ground foul pass first. Count goes to 2-2. This is his second year as he came in from San Jacinto Community College. 2-2. Strike 3 called at the knees. He glances back at the home plate umpire, but walks back to the dugout. Christensen called out on strikes for out number 1. Third strikeout for Kerrigan, and the batter is Blake Brown. Kerrigan caught him looking at a third strike in the first inning. Swinging a ground ball in the hole. Wolf dives, stops it, but can't make a play. I was surprised he actually got there.
Yeah. Kept it in the infield and that held, I don't know whether, he may have hurt himself on that dive. He's taking his glove off, kind of bending over. The trainer out to looked like he might have hurt his elbow, maybe.
Flexing his right arm.
Yeah.
Out there, so our trainer's out of the dugout. Coach Myers is coming out. He's had some injury problems before. I didn't see how he was going to be able to get to that ball, John.
Yeah,
it's an infield hit for Brown. It's fourth hit for the Bearcats.
You know he doesn't want to come out of there, but now he's holding his shoulder.
Well, he must have
the
landed.
whole arm. Yeah,
he landed awkwardly.
Yeah, he landed on that side, and I've seen him. Now they're trying to figure out something about his shoulder, maybe his elbow. Yeah, it's his shoulder. And they're going to let him try and throw, see if.
Well, he's okay on soft toss. Now, whether he can get the ball to first base or not,
I don't think so.
Remains to be seen.
No, he's going to have to come out. He's conceding.
He doesn't want to leave.
No, but
he's still pleading his case. Coach Myers got him as far as the infield grass.
He's coming out.
So I expect we'll see Cale Vinson.
That's right. We'll see Cooper Clapp go to shortstop, and
Cale's going to go to second.
That would be the way they've handled those. Yeah, there he goes.
So Cale Vinson will pencil him in Wolf's spot in the batting order. And he will play second base. And then Clapp will move over from second base to shortstop.
Right.
So now runners are at first and second with one out. And the batter will be Hunter Autry. He struck out into a double play to end the first inning. The runner on first was moving on the pitch, and Tyler Minnick gunned him down at second. The Raiders have two double plays in the first two innings of the game and could use another one here. Runners at first and second with one out. And the batter is Autry, a left-handed hitter. I don't like the looks of those clouds coming in.
No, they're
kind of a thick layer of dark clouds moving over the ballpark. Kerrigan comes set. Pitch to Autry is a check swing. Ball one.
Well, let's see. If things work the way they usually do, I'd say Cale Vinson can expect a ground ball here.
The pitch. Outside, ball two.
If that is, if Kerrigan will give him something he could put his bat on.
So that is the theory that the ball will always find a new player.
That's right.
There's a strike at the letters, 2-1 to Autry. Martinez waiting to hit next. Swing and a miss. And the count will go to 2-2. Kerrigan's pitch just missed outside. So now 3-2. You got a catcher at second. Would not have figured them to be running, but you never know. And ball four is outside. He doesn't have to run. He can stroll down to third base, and Autry trots down to first with a base on balls.
And the base is loaded.
Third walk given up by Kerrigan. So the bases are loaded, one out for the cleanup hitter, Martinez. Got an infield hit in the first inning. And Kerrigan with a pitch, swung on and missed. Strike one.
Pulled the string on him. I'm kind of glad to see a right-handed hitter. Kerrigan works better against right-handers for some reason.
The pitch. Hit in the air. That's going to send Snyder back. Warning track.
Caught it at the wall.
Catch. The runner at third will tag and score.
Well, he could not have gone any deeper.
That will be a sacrifice fly. And the runner, Dean, tagged up and scores after the catch.
Runner,
so it's now a 3-1 ball game.
Yeah, Blake Brown at second base moves over to third after the catch.
So first and third, 2 outs, and the batter is Brandon.
Out on the wall, on either side of the big blue batter's eye, on the wall are the MT logos. And Eston Snyder had his back against the MT on the left center field side of that big blue wall.
1 ball, no strikes now to Brandon. Takes a strike, it's 1-1. Brandon grounded into a double play, a 6-4-3 double play in the second inning. Kerrigan with a pitch. High, outside, ball 2. 2-1. Check swing and a foul off the screen. Count will go to 2-2. Well, our Lady Raider softball team failed to make the tournament field. They finished 1 game out at 13-14 in Conference USA. They only take 6 teams to the tournament, John, in softball. Swing and a foul back. So had they taken 8 teams, they would have made it.
Oh. That sounds, to me, not quite reasonable.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner on first goes, and a ball hit into left center in the gap. 1 run will score. They're going to score 2. As the throw comes in, that'll be a double, and 2 runs batted in for Brandon. And he has tied this game at 3-3.
That ball got down to the track. It was cut. Eston Snyder cut it off just before it got on the track.
2-run double.
Those walks. Both of those walks have scored.
A leadoff walk in the inning. He scored. The other walk has scored. First pitch is ball 1 to Sam Lee. He had a base hit in the second inning.
And Coach Myers on the way to the mound. He doesn't like what he's seeing.
Well, we have seen Kerrigan much sharper than he has been today.
Yes.
And the Raiders actually had a chance to add on to a 3-0 lead in the second inning. Got 1 run, but could have gotten more. That was a brief visit, wasn't it?
I think you go out and you say, son, throw strikes. Nobody throwing yet in the Raider bullpen. I did see Ethan Mbembo headed down that way a little bit earlier.
1 ball, no strikes to Lee. Kerrigan with a pitch, smashed foul past third. He turned on that one and got a lot of that ball, but foul. 1-1.
Through the first 2 innings, Kerrigan had thrown 34 pitches. He's thrown almost 30. This will be his 30th pitch of this inning.
Swing and a foul at the plate, 1-2. Kerrigan pitched in 2 games in Texas last year when the Raiders played Sam Houston down there. Very brief appearances, just 1 or 2 batters each time. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fouled over by the Blue Raider dugout. Count holds at 1-2. What we need is a first division back strikeout.
That would be terrific. Get us out of this inning. Let us get back to work on Peterson.
A ball and 2 strikes to Lee. And Kerrigan's pitch, ground ball left side. Badalak cuts it off. Goes the long way to first. That's a nice pickup by Hayden Miller at first to retire the side. So that is going to be all in the third. The Bearcats come up with 3 runs to tie the game. 3 runs on 2 hits. And they have 1 man left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the third. Middle Tennessee 3, Sam Houston 3 on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Today's game is brought to you in part by proud partners of Blue Raider Athletics, Grannis & Associates, certified public accountants. They provide a full range of tax preparation, accounting, and bookkeeping services for both business and individual needs. That's Grannis & Associates. Give them a call at 615-895-1040 or visit Grannis & Associates online at gcpas.com.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
The Blue Raiders play here. News Radio WGNS.
Well, we got a new ball game as we go to the bottom of the third inning. It's 3-3. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball.
The flagship station for Middle Tennessee sports. WGNS. Murfreesboro, Smyrna. The Blue Raiders play here.
Dick Palmer, John Callow with you on a Saturday afternoon. A little bit overcast. Ballpark temperature in the low 70s. And a 3-3 game. So Ryan Peterson, the Sam Houston starter, has a new outlook on life. After trailing 3-0, his teammates have tied it up. For the Raiders in the third, it will be Badalak, Cale Vinson, and Keaton Ray. Clay Badalak had a double in the first inning. Swings and fouls it down the left field line, out of play, strike 1.
That's Peterson's 45th pitch of the afternoon. I don't think this is one that he's going to be going 7 in.
Off-speed pitch in for a strike, and it's quickly 0-2 to Badalak. His folks here from Cincinnati again today. I'm sure here for the whole weekend. Check swing, and it's low and down into that turf, 1-2. Here is Peterson's pitch. It swung on and hit to center field. Going back is Blackman. He will take it shy of the track in center field for out number 1. 1 out. Cale Vinson, who came in for Matt Wolf when Wolf injured his shoulder, going for a ball in the hole. So Cale will hit Also had to replace Wolf Tuesday in Nashville when Wolf got hit in the head by a pitch ball. Benson swings and lofts it foul off to the right side, strike one. Oh, a happy birthday today to Cale and Luke's dad, Jimbo Benson. Not going to tell you how old he is, but he and my youngest son went to high school together. I'll tell you that. Pitch is outside, 1-1. And the pitch. Swung on and missed. This count will go to 1-2.
Dream a changeup.
Cale has had limited playing time this year, but he's available if you need him at any time. The pitch. Outside, ball 2, 2-2. And the right-hander Peterson with the pitch. Outside, ball 3. So full count to Cale Benson. One out in the third. We're in a 3-3 ball game. Pitch is swung on. Pop foul behind the plate. Catcher off with a mask back. And it's going to clunk down
on the concourse.
Just above the box seats, which are down close to the field. As a young man going to get a
That's right.
gift of a baseball.
That ball bounced off the concourse down into the box seats.
Yeah, he is a happy camper.
Yes, he is.
Benson swings and fouls it off. The count holds at 3-2.
Just barely got a piece of that baseball.
Peterson with the pitch. Hit to left field, pretty deep, but not quite deep enough. The left fielder, Lee, will haul it in close to the track, moving toward the line in left field, and that is out number 2. 2 up, 2 down in the third. The batter is Keaton Ray. Ray, left-handed hitter, looks at the first pitch, 4-1.
Boy, this third inning has been an inning of contrast for these two pitchers.
There's a check swing and a strike. He went around, 1-1.
Colin Kerrigan kind of lost his poise there. Gave up 3 runs in the top of the inning. Brian Peterson seems to have found his here in the bottom of the third.
Pitch is low and inside, ball 2, 2-1.
Retired the first 2 hitters on fly balls.
Pitch is high, ball 3. 3 balls and a strike to the Raider left fielder, Keaton Ray.
Missed on a breaking ball up and away.
And the 3-1 pitch coming. That's hit in the air in shallow left field near the line. Shortstop Martinez over. And he's got it for out number 3. 3 fly ball outs in the third. So nothing across for the Blue Raider. So we've completed 3 full innings. Here's your line score for Middle Tennessee. 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors. And for Sam Houston, 3 runs, 5 hits, and 1 error. We will go to the 4th, tied at 3-3. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, this is Brad Hopkins with Exit Realty Bob Lamb and Associates. Winning in real estate is a lot like football. Good coaching and recruiting a great team are the keys. I put together a team of lenders, inspectors, and home professionals to help you succeed. Let me coach you through this process and make sure you come out a winner. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, I am here to help you win. Visit BradHopkinsHomes.com or call 615-556-9239 to find out more.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
And we go to the fourth inning. We've got a new pitcher in there for the Raiders. That is Mbembo. So Kerrigan is lifted after 3 innings, and he was struggling, John. And his pitch count was up. So Ethan Mbembo will replace him.
Ethan making his 18th appearance, all in relief, through 28 and a third innings, giving up 21 runs, 19 earned on 39 hits, 11 walks, 31 strikeouts, 6.04 ERA, a 1-0 record with no saves.
Parker Blackman will lead it off in the fourth against a new pitcher for the Raiders as Mbembo takes over for Colin Kerrigan. Blackman walked in the second inning. He is a left-handed batter. First pitch, ground ball, just past the pitcher. Backhanded by Vincent, over to first. Nice play, and got him out. So Kel Vincent coming in cold. Ranges to his right and makes the pickup and throw for out number one.
That's why they, when they have infield practice before every ball game, they make sure to work all the infielders. Got the final numbers on Colin Kerrigan. We'll get you those after this first pitch.
Here's Benavidez, the designated hitter. Mbembo with a pitch, and that one is low and inside, ball one.
Kerrigan goes 3 innings, gives up 3 runs, all earned on 5 hits, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. He will not figure in the decision.
Ball 2 is inside, gets away from Minnick. Rolls over by the Blue Raider on deck circle. 2 balls, no strikes. And lays that pitch right into the knees for a call. Strike 2-1 to Benavidez. Pitch is low. I believe this is a pinch hitter, John, because Benavidez is a right-handed batter.
Yeah, and this is a different number. This is 13.
That's Nodelman.
He did this last night.
And he will draw a base on balls.
When we went from a left-handed starter to a right-handed reliever, they went with Nodelman.
So he is in there for Benavidez. That will be in the DH role, so there'll be no defensive change. Here's Dean, the catcher. He walked and scored last inning.
Minnick wants to go talk with Mbembo.
Ball 1.
Mbembo having a little trouble right now.
There's a runner at first with 1 out.
They're talking about location, I suspect.
Might be talking about the fact they've got a 156 hitter batting ninth.
Yeah.
That you don't need to walk like we did in the third inning, and he scored.
Mbembo just made a signal to the dugout, wants him to roll through the pitch selection again. Now he's ready.
Runner leads at first and will draw a throw over there from the Blue Raider pitcher, Mbembo.
Mbembo gets that ball over to first pretty quickly.
He's a big guy, 6'4", 225, out of the state of New Hampshire. The pitch to the plate. Foul over by the Blue Raider dugout. That scattered some folks.
That's why you have that net in front of the dugout.
One
fence.
ball, one strike. Time call. Coach Byers will make a visit to the mound. I do not know for sure, John. In fact, I'm just speaking right off the top of my head, but I would think that Mbembo might be the first Blue Raider baseball player we've had from the state of New Hampshire.
That's very possible.
Got a lefty in the bullpen.
Yeah,
it's probably Torbett.
That is exactly who that is. Cole Torbett loosening in the Raider bullpen.
I think I mentioned yesterday, Torbett got a start against Sam Houston last year in Texas. So now with a count of 1-1 on Dean, Mbembo will get ready to work. Runner at first, one out. We're 3-3. We're in the top of the fourth inning. This game's dragging just a little bit, John.
We're not going to play in 2 hours and 16 minutes again today.
All two is outside, 2-1.
Looks like they're moving along in graduation over there. I see folks leaving. I guess once your loved one has walked, there's not much reason to stick around for the other 200 or 300, right?
Pitches out of 2,000 or 3,000. It seems like at times.
Yeah.
3 balls and a strike, the count. Throw to first, runner back.
I think I had 150 in my college class at Southwestern. And we walked, we got hooded. It was pretty cool. Actually, it was pretty hot because it rained that day, and so we had to be indoors.
A swing and a miss, and the count will go to 3-2. Well, most graduations are held indoors, but in 2020, with the COVID, my granddaughter's graduation was outside on the football field at Siegel High School. It was very unique, but I'm sure it's an experience that they'll remember for a long time.
Well, traditionally at Southwestern, which is now Rhodes, graduation was held outside in the garden.
Pop-up foul out of play to the left side.
And we had actually done our rehearsal outside, and then it started raining. We had to go across the street to Evergreen Presbyterian Church. Why do I remember that? That was a long, long time ago, Dick.
3-2, the count. There's certain things you just remember.
I guess so.
The pitch. That was a drill. This kid doesn't swing like a 156 hitter, does he?
No. He's put a charge in a couple of foul balls now.
It remains 3-2. And Mbembo with the 3-2 pitch, swung on, hit deep into right center field. Rogers back, Snyder back. It'll be Snyder to make the catch. And he was edging close to the scoreboard in right center.
Well, I was watching that, and I'm saying, oh, no. Got a 156 hitter that's about to put them in the lead? No, can't be.
That's 2 outs now, and a runner at first. The batter is the leadoff man, Christensen. as they start through the lineup for the third time. But against a different pitcher this time. Ethan Mbimbo, the pitch. Off-speed strike, number 1 to Christensen. Singled in the first inning, was called out on strikes in the third, both against the left-hander Kerrigan. Throw to first, runner back. And Bimbo's best outing by far has been the 5 2/3 innings of relief down at North Alabama when he struck out 13. And swing and a miss here. 0-2 the count.
Throwing that slider down and in.
Well, that's what he had working that day, the slider and a good fastball.
Mm-hmm. Change speeds, change eye levels, work to the spots.
Struck him out swinging. That will end the fourth inning. So Mbimbo comes in and walks a batter, but retires the side with nothing across. No runs, no hits, 1 left. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth inning. It is Middle Tennessee 3 and Sam Houston 3 on the Blue Raider Network. From Van Wagner.
Las Casas Drugs is a proud sponsor of Blue Raider Athletics, located at 4702 Las Casas Pike, just minutes from Murfreesboro. Las Casas Drugs strives to provide all of your pharmaceutical needs in that hometown atmosphere you deserve. Family-owned and operated, Las Casas Drugs offers free delivery, immunizations, drive-through window, gift shop, merchandise, and medication management programs. Come by and see how we can make a difference. And go Blue Raiders.
At State Farm, when home and auto work as a team, you score and save money. I'm State Farm agent Andy Womack. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let's work together to win big by saving money on home and auto. With the service you get from State Farm, you might think our car insurance costs more. I'm State Farm agent Andy Womack. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let me show you with discounts up to 40%. You may find it even costs less.
You're listening to MTSU Sports on WGNS.
So we go to the fourth inning and a 3-3 ball game. And John, we got to do better than we did yesterday in the fourth inning.
Well, you know, since it is the fourth inning, that means it's the Wendy's inning, and if our Blue Raiders get a hit during our half of the fourth inning, everyone, and I mean everyone, will win a free Dave's single cheeseburger courtesy of Wendy's. And if we get a hit, we'll give you the secret formula.
Hayden Miller will swing and foul this one out of play. Turned a little bit too soon on that one.
He did that.
And that is strike 1. He was hit by a pitch and came around to score in the second inning. Check swing, and that's a strike, and it's 0-2.
Well, I will guarantee you, if we get a hit, you will not need your little Orphan Annie decoder ring to get that cheeseburger.
Pitch is outside, 1-2. Peters can get it up to 90 to 93 with his fastball, but his best pitch is the slider. And swinging a foul back.
That's what he just saw.
And he is undoubtedly their best pitcher, even though the stats don't show it. He's very capable and made all freshman last year, all freshman team in the conference last year.
Came back with the fastball and got Hayden Miller on strikes.
So Miller's out number 1. That is the third strikeout for Peterson. And Cooper Clapp will be the batter. bunted into a fielder's choice in the second inning. Hits this one to short. Martinez snags it and then fell down. I think
he was trying to rotate and his cleats came out from underneath.
It looked like it.
He was trying to rotate.
Yep.
Cleats came out from under him. He ended up on his back. And that should go down as an infield single.
He didn't bobble the ball.
It is a hit. And so that means we've got a cheeseburger coming.
Well, unusual way to get one, but we'll take them any way we get them.
So I will give you the secret code here momentarily. It's not that big a secret, is it?
Snyder swings and fouls this one back over the roof of the press box. Strike one.
Since Cooper Clapp got a hit here in the fourth inning, you can text the word single, that's SINGLE, to 83200. That's single to 83200. You'll get a free coupon for a free Dave's single cheeseburger, and you can redeem that coupon at any Murfreesboro or Smyrna Wendy's location. That's a pretty good deal.
One strike to Eston Snyder. Peterson with a pitch, swung on, hit up the middle. That is a base hit. Clapp will round second, hang close to the base as the throw comes back in. And the Raiders have runners at first and second with one out. Hit number 5 off Peterson. And now Brett Rogers will bat with one out. And 2 men on. Rogers has flied out and been hit by a pitch.
Well, after retiring 5 in a row, Peterson is now giving up consecutive singles.
Pitch to the plate. Off-speed pitch is low, ball 1.
Boy, he thought seriously about trying to do something with that pitch.
Tyler Minnick on deck. Got the off-speed over there, 1-1. Same two teams tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock. We'll be on the air with our special Mother's Day edition of the pregame show at 12:45. And the pitch. Swung on, hit in the air down the left field line. Left fielder's near the line, takes it in fair territory for out number 2. So Rogers flies out. Sam Lee caught it over near the foul line, but still in fair territory. 2 outs, and the batter is Tyler Minnick.
Well, Tyler is 1 for 2, but he has got all 3 Raider RBI today.
A 2-run homer and a fielder's choice got a run in. Pitch is high. Doing the fastball. 1 ball, no strikes. Peterson has gone at least 5 innings in 9 of his 12 starts and ranks high in the conference in strikeouts. The pitches outside, ball 2, 2-0. He has 3 strikeouts in this game. 2 balls, no strikes. And the pitch. Swung on, hit in the air. That's an infield pop-up going to be taken by the second baseman, and that will retire the side. That was a high one.
Took a while to come down.
So that is all in the 4th. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left, and 1 cheeseburger.
That's right. So don't forget, you text the word single, SINGLE, to 83200. You'll get a coupon for a free Dave's single cheeseburger that you can redeem at any Murfreesboro or Smyrna Wendy's location.
So we go to the 5th inning. Still Middle Tennessee 3 and Sam Houston 3 on the Blue Raider Network. From Van Wagner.
At Middle Tennessee Electric, we see the lines that link us all, illuminating our neighborhoods, empowering our businesses, and helping us to recharge. Because we believe in the power of good energy. Whether it comes from our grids, the sun, or a kind heart. And as your family and our region continue to grow, you can trust that we'll always be there for you. Middle Tennessee Electric, bringing good energy.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life. Maybe you're just graduating high school, or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU, the University of Opportunities.
The Blue Raiders are on News Radio WGNS.
Throw goes down to second, and Ethan Mbembo ready to start his second inning of work. Kerrigan started, went the first three, and was struggling with his control, and his pitch count got up a little bit, so Mbembo came in the fourth, and although he walked a batter in the inning, he got 3 outs. So here is Blake Brown leading off the fifth. And Mbembo's first pitch is right in there for a strike, 0-1.
That was the slider.
Brown hitting .243. He's their second baseman. Pitch is swung on, fouled off to the right.
Is that going to get into the
Rogers
bullpen?
a long run, and that is out of play. I don't know if it got in the bullpen or not, but it was out
Down
of play.
that way.
Left-hander Torbett still throwing softly down in that Raider bullpen, down the right field line.
Yeah, they're not going to let a game like this get away from them.
2 strikes the count, and a ground ball to short. Clapp up with it, guns it over to first in time for out number 1. Clapp moved over to shortstop when Wolf was injured. Had to come out of the game, and Cole Vincent is in at second base now. 1 out in the fifth. The batter is Hunter Autry. Mbembo with the pitch. Oh, he hit that one a ton. I don't think the park's going to hold that one. That is out of here. And Sam Houston will take a 4-3 lead on a home run by the first baseman, Hunter Autry. That was a no-doubter when it left the bat.
Oh, yeah. That was number 8 on the season for Autry.
So he gives his team a 4-3 lead. And off Mbembo, the first hit he is allowed. And it's a big one. So with 1 out, the batter is Martinez, has a single and 2 trips. Off-speed pitch in for a strike, 0-1. It's the 7th home run Mbembo has allowed this season. And Martinez hit a breaking ball to right, but not deep enough. Rogers will make the catch. That is out number 2. And the batter will be Brandon. Had a big hit, a 2-run double in the 3rd inning when they tied the game. Base is empty, 2 outs, 1 run has scored. And a ball hit up the middle and a base hit. Brandon swinging at that first pitch. Sharp single to center. Second hit in the inning. And the batter will be Sam Lee, the left fielder. Lee has a single in 2 trips. Lee, a freshman, right-handed batter. He hits a high fly ball to left field. It's going to go foul and out of play. Just a long strike to Lee. 1 strike to count. Lee is out of Montgomery, Texas. Bimbo with the pitch, grounded to third. Nice stop by Badalak. Gets up, got ready to throw to first, and the ball popped out of his glove.
Give that an infield hit. No, that's a tough error.
Charging E5.
Yeah.
Well, he made the stop, made a nice stop, in fact, and then when he tried to gather himself to throw, the ball popped out of his glove. So first and second, 2 outs.
And we're going to see the left-hander.
Blackman will be the hitter. And Coach Myers on his way to the mound.
I thought he had already signaled. Maybe not.
There are 2 outs in the inning. Yeah, he has just made the call to the bullpen. So we'll have Torbett coming out of the bullpen. We'll take a break here and tell you about the new pitcher when we come back. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.